Where are you?
What up?
I don't see you.
Make it happen.
This is T, and we're at Garnish Studios. Today I'm going to be talking to Joel Eastlick from Eastlick Coffee Company. I am not getting paid for this yet. Joel, you look very much like Jesus.
Thank you.
Anyways, Joel, tell us more about this thing.
Yo, look at that.
I paid for this online. This was not sponsored.
Yeah.
It was very expensive.
It was. That's 8 ounces of coffee right there that you purchased.
Yep.
For $39.50.
With shipping.
Plus shipping. So yeah, you're almost $50 in on those 8 ounces on that half pound of coffee.
So tell me more about this coffee. Why is it so expensive, and why has this been the talk of the town?
All right. So this coffee is from Immaculata Coffee Farms. That is in Cali, Colombia, in the state of Valle del Cauca, a little further south. That coffee is from a farm that has won international competitions. 2015, an Australian barista took it to the World Championships and won.
So this is an international award-winning coffee in my hands.
My specific roast of it hasn't won any awards, but I do think that it's gonna taste incredible.
Incredible. Okay.
The nature of coffee being that it's produce, so you have to buy it fresh and use it fresh. Otherwise, it'll lose its value.
Exactly.
That's why you don't have like a prized banana that you can just let sit on the shelf for 4 years. You know, it's the same idea there.
Very true. Do you know what I like about Joel? I like that you're not some silly startup guy in a navy blue suit going to VC saying, I need money, He's out there. Like when Joel says he's partnering with a farm, he's at the farm, his hands are in the dirt, and he's out there, you know?
Yes.
That's what I like about you. You're a real founder. And so I'm excited to get into this coffee. I didn't drink anything with sugar in it all day to really appreciate the taste, because
keep that palate fresh.
I gotta keep the palate fresh. So in front of me, I have a grinder, a scale, a kettle, like a fancy one with a little silver spout. What do you call this thing again? A V6
kettle. That is a dripper or a dripper cone.
Dripper cone.
Yeah.
All right. So let's.
It sits on top of your vessel.
I do have I do have that, and I have filters as well. So let's, okay. How much do I need? We're making 1 cup. So you
1 cup.
You tell me. Should I grind? Like, should I just pour it right into the hopper?
No.
No.
What you want to weigh the amount of your coffee before you begin. All right. So what? A common mistake that happens all the time is you dump all your coffee into your grinder and you just kind of let the grinder go.
Yeah.
And then you're left with a ton of coffee, probably more than you needed. Mm-hmm. Coffee retains its freshness best in whole bean setting. So the minute you grind your coffee, you want to start using your coffee. So don't grind more than you need.
Perfect. So the minute you grind it, the timer starts. The freshness goes away. It's fleeting.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
So.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Don't grind more than you need is the question. So you want to weigh it out beforehand, whole bean, and then just grind what you need.
Yeah. So I have a little cup on the scale. I'm gonna tear it out to zero it out. Okay. How much should I pour in there?
So you want to do 1 cup?
One cup.
Maybe let's do like a cup and a half. Maybe you want to share. So let's do 25 grams.
Okay, let's do 25 grams. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're good. Actually, we're good. All right, 25. 25, here we go, 25 grams. Ooh. I'm at 26.1, let's do it right. Because this is award-winning coffee and I don't want to do it wrong.
You don't want to do it wrong.
I don't want to do it wrong. A little bit more, yeah. This is so hard. Baristas have to do this every day, I can't do this. 25 on the dot. Precision. Now?
All right. So is your water, do you have your water ready?
I do have the water ready. It is.
Is it in the kettle? Is it heating up?
It's piping hot.
Piping hot. Okay, great. Is it the type of kettle that has like a little like digital? Does it show you the temperature, or is it just kind of a...
it's just the standard. I wouldn't call this a standard. I would say this is pretty fancy for a kettle.
Can I see it actually?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh yeah.
See that?
Okay, so you're
see what I'm doing for you, Joel? Do you see this?
Hello, everybody.
I don't do this. I don't do this for anybody.
So yeah, you're good. You're plugged in. Your kettle, you've set it on. It's just what that kettle's going to do is just go to boil.
Yep.
And once it hits 212 Fahrenheit, it's just going to click off.
Click off.
So
yeah.
A good brewing temperature is between 195 and 205 degrees Fahrenheit. All right. So now we want to grind the coffee since the water is ready.
Yes.
This coffee, you need like what we call a medium grind.
A medium. So we do have it's on medium grind.
You don't want powder and you don't want big rocky sand. You want something right in the middle.
Right in the middle. So no powder, no big rocky sand, table salt.
Table salt. Yeah. So go ahead, you can grind the coffee. You've already weighed it out. Just pop it in the hopper.
All right, I'm popping it in the hopper. I did that for effect. Got that, Caleb? All right, so it's in the hopper. It's like a like a blender. I should put the top back on, huh?
Yes. It might spit back out at you, but probably not.
So it goes from 0 to 10. Are we going to 10, or are we going to? Is that just time?
No. Can you show me actually?
Yeah.
I'd love to.
You see this?
The Infinity Compresso. That is my favorite grinder. So. Okay, so the hopper turns.
Yes.
And then it also has a timer dial. The timer is how long the engine's going to run for, and the hopper, turning it left or right, will create the fine or the coarse grind.
Got it.
So there should be like a little marker on the hopper that shows you where you're at.
I do see that. You want to get in there? See that medium coarse grind? Yeah, this production is, hey, at least we're paying everyone equally. You know what I mean? Pow.
There you
go. Okay, so I'm gonna spin the dial to like 5, or just whatever.
It really won't matter.
Doesn't matter. I can't hear him anymore, but we're gonna keep going. It's not a lot of beans, so it should take no time.
Yeah. So it doesn't. Because you already pre-weighed the amount. It doesn't really. You just need to put it.
We just gotta grind it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you loaded your hopper with a random amount of coffee, then that'd be a problem. It would just keep grinding. So.
Cool. Okay, so
that's why you weigh your stuff. That's kind of like a mise en place. You're a chef. You get everything ready before you start. So
mise en place. There you go. Mm-hmm. That's 25 grams of ground coffee. Medium grind. It looks like table salt, just like you said, Joel. You're an expert. So now what do I do?
All right. So now what we're gonna do is you get your cone on top of your receipt. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Now your paper filter is still dry, right?
It's dry as a bone, Joel.
So take some of that water and pour a little bit of that water onto the filter to wet the filter, and then you want to throw that water away.
Okay, so how wet should this filter be?
You don't need to soak it, but it just needs to get a little. What you're trying to do is get rid of some of that paper taste that a lot of filters have.
Ooh, that's a good note. I didn't even think about that.
These are produced in paper facilities where there's little fibers and everything flying around. You just want to kind of get rid of that.
So it's wet. It's sticking to the side of the cone.
And you should have poured into your vessel, which will warm that glass up as well, so the temperature will be more temperate. Oh, that is true. So, I'm gonna dump this water, right? Is that what you said? Yeah. No, you dump that out.
I'm gonna just. There's a plant over here.
Perfect.
Just boom, plant. Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right. So now you're ready. Your water's hot.
The water's hot.
Put your coffee into your filter.
All of it?
All of it. It should be roughly 25 grams. You might have had some retention, but if your grinder's a good grinder, you're going to be right around 25.
Yeah, I didn't tear it with the cone on top, so.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's fine.
Put the vessel.
Yes.
It's a serving vessel, and then the cone, and then the coffee. Put that all together, then hit 0. Then tear it out, so it's at 0.
All right, tear it out. Coffee, cone, vessel. Coffee, cone, vessel. 0. Tear it out.
So now, when you start pouring the water, you're gonna know exactly how much water you're pouring.
This is so. People do this every morning before they wake up.
Every morning, but it becomes a habit. You don't think about it.
Do you weigh it like we're doing now? Like, do you weigh it on a scale, or do you just like a pinch of here, a pinch of there?
I need to know exactly what I'm doing.
Like a true expert would.
I have a scale at my house that I weigh every single morning. It's for repeatability. Otherwise, you're going in confused.
Exactly. You want to. Yeah, I was curious about that. Like, do people use the scale? And I get it at a restaurant scale because you want the flavor to be the same for all the customers. But since you're the only customer in your house, does it matter? But I guess when you're Joel Eastlick and you're an expert and you're professional, it's got to taste the same, or you're not getting your money's worth.
Well, I mean, you've hit in on your recipe, and you're dialed into your recipe, and you want to make sure that you're getting a properly extracted cup of coffee. Otherwise, you could risk brewing poorly, and then you've wasted even more time by brewing a bad cup of coffee.
And you don't want to waste coffee that is this good. So.
That's right.
So I have the kettle. I'm ready to pour. Are we ready?
All right. So what you want to do is kind of settle the coffee in the bed.
Can I use my fingers?
I would shake it a little bit. You
Okay.
can use your finger if the people you're sharing with don't mind.
You guys mind? They mind. We're in the middle of a pandemic, by the way. If you guys are watching this, I haven't cut my hair since December. I haven't showered in a couple days, but that's my fault. That's fine. Anyways, it's evened out. I didn't touch the coffee with my fingers.
All right. So now what you're gonna do is make sure that scale's at 0.
Scale's at 0.
Does your scale have a timer function, by the way?
It is going. Yeah, I can see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great. If you can reset it to 0 and then start timing when you start your pour, that'd be great. That's not super necessary.
I just use my phone.
You can do that too. All right, so you put in 25 grams.
Yes.
Pour water, saturate all the coffee in there until you hit 50 grams on the scale. And when you start pouring, press start on the timer as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got to do 2 things at once. It's very difficult.
I'm having a brain fart.
Walking and chewing gum, kind of,
Ooh, not quite, Joel, but. All right, ready? And start. I'm pouring it in. I'm reading the scale.
Stop at 50.
It's at 43. Wow, we're really close. This is really stressful. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you got 50?
Nope, 46.
Close enough. That's fine. Stop there.
Stop. Okay, I was at 16.
Now look at your coffee bed. It should have a little bit, like maybe some bubbles.
You want to get in here, Caleb?
Were you able to saturate the bed decently?
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Right.
It's bubbling, but it's not doing that thing that I see on Instagram, like blooming, like morning blooms. You know what I mean?
All right. What's your timer at?
Oh, I stopped it because I was done. No?
Oh, no, you should. I'm sorry. You should have kept it running.
That's not my fault. That was a communication error on Joel Eastlick's part. Should I reset? I'm gonna just keep it going. Just start
keep it going. And then start your pour.
Okay,
We're going to end at 400, but pour slowly until you get to about 200.
Pour slowly until I get to 200. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I can already see your arm motion. You're doing it right. Do it in circles. Make sure everything's saturated.
I mean, all this stuff is on Instagram, but it's nice to hear it from the professionals. It's like, this is way better. This is true education.
Otherwise, you'll create channels.
What do you mean by channels?
Your pour will be too heavy, and it will go like down the middle, and it will extract unevenly. So you want to kind of do in circles to make sure everything's evenly extracted.
Okay.
Have you poured to 200?
This is at 132. I'm going to keep it going.
Yeah, keep going to 200.
Keep going. My thought I had like this morning was like coffee, third wave coffee, which is like your Blue Bottle and your Stumptown and all those people. They've taken coffee to the extreme of like wine, like sommelier and like tasting notes and cupping events and coffees that are, you know, $48 for a little bag. To me, that makes coffee not approachable.
Correct.
And how does that, like, how do you feel about that in terms of like, how do we be more inclusive with the coffee culture and the industry when it feels a little, you know, unapproachable?
T, that question is huge. It's a thing a lot of people are dealing with, and it's frankly it's not the question is not answered yet. The thing is that there's friction because a lot of what these coffee roasters that you mentioned, a lot of this third wave that you mentioned has been focused on the origin of the coffee. Coffee is historically an underpriced product to begin with. The entire coffee industry has been really built on the backs of slaves and basically debt labor. As it's been treated as a commodity as such. Wine has avoided that because it's mostly been grown in European countries or countries, you know, historically anyway, countries that...
Yeah, you never hear about a coffee that's like, oh, we just got the newest thing from France.
Yeah. So what Third Wave has been doing is trying to, you know, get more money back to origin. So there's a belief that coffee should cost more. There's a belief that coffee should be more respected because the producers that are literally growing the coffee on their land are sometimes working those lands at a loss. There's really a lot of people trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And a lot of different ways to look at it. But what is clear is that everyone should be able to enjoy a cup of coffee, a good cup of coffee, specialty coffee, and producers should be able to make a living and feed their families off of what they produce from their land.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what about you as a coffee roaster, coffee importer? So the thing about Joel is he used to be a Starbucks barista, right? He used to work at Chick-fil-A before that, but we don't talk about those days.
It's part of the story.
It's part of the story. Starbucks barista, then you worked at like a third wave coffee shop as like a manager, right?
Yeah.
And then you started your Eastlick Coffee as the roasting company.
Yeah.
And now you are Yellow Rooster importers.
Yes, Eastlick Coffee still exists. I'm still roasting every week. I have you know, an online store and a couple more than a couple customers that I serve from like a cafe level. But I also about a year ago I launched Yellow Rooster Coffee Imports with another business partner of mine. So,
nice. So you've cut out all the middlemen from your business.
Well, yeah. I mean,
what's next?
Well, I mean, to fully complete the chain, I have to have a farm and I have to have a coffee shop. So, coffee shop's probably a little more attainable than a farm.
You think so?
At this point, but if to full middlemen, you know, everyone's a middleman really. If you are not a farmer or you're not a barista handing off that final cup of coffee, or even the final drinker, barista's a middleman in a way.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
but anyways, in the talks of like inclusion and diversity, like you, Joel Eastlick with Eastlick Coffee Company and Yellow Rooster, what are you doing to just like be better?
Well, I mean, I don't like talking about myself in that way, and I don't like touting, you know, that because there's so many ways for it to be misunderstood and motivations and everything. I come from the mentality of keep your head down, work hard. Everybody gets a chance. Everybody gets to participate. When I started my roasting company, definitely coffee was in a moment where it was kind of dominated by one type of personality, one type of person with one type of experience. And I kind of fit that demographic, if you will.
And you're like, shit, I'm a bearded white guy living in Brooklyn.
Yes, but I was listening to the conversations, and I was looking around. My wife, who co-founded the company with me, she's originally from Brazil, and we would sometimes be in coffee shops where it was just like, this is not the full experience. This is not why are our family members not enjoying coffee in the way that we are? And we would start to dissect the coffee shop experiences that were being offered, and realizing that they weren't necessarily open to everybody. So that's just been in our DNA, to see where coffee has failed drinkers and who is not really welcome in certain environments.
Totally.
It's a little difficult for us. We're a wholesaler.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we don't have a cafe space of our own, but we have always tried to tell the story of the farmer as best as we could. We, as best as we can, try to establish direct relationships with the farmers we work with. We elevate them. We try to create a platform for them, and we try to tell the story that coffee from seed to cup is touched by dozens, if not hundreds of hands. And each one of those people have a story to tell as well. And you're not drinking your cup of coffee without the good work of a lot of people. Yeah. So we're trying to tell a story that we're all better working together. We're all better not being an island unto ourselves. No man is an island unto themselves. And I think a lot of people have done that, practiced that without even thinking about it. And my whole thing is teamwork, collaboration, working together, opportunity, elevation. Those are a lot of things. It's just usually me and my wife. We just recently been able to hire some staff. Well, not recently, but we've had a small staff of 2 for about a year now. And it's really just providing beautiful. That looks right, actually.
Yeah, it's like
that color looks good.
It's like honey.
Yeah. So yeah, we just want to be in the community. We want to spread our dollar around different places. We buy from different countries as best as we can. We buy from men and women producers as best as we can.
Amazing.
We don't have a big tooting our own horn. Look at us. Look at what we're doing. Yeah. Because that can be that. I want to be a good coffee company. I don't want to be a marketing company. I don't want to sell.
Say that. That's
good. I just want to do
the proof is in the back end. I think the proof is in the back end of your company. So when anyone does their due diligence with Eastlick Coffee, they're going to see that it's going to be diverse, inclusive, and everything right in the world. So with that being said, everything being right in the world, we have this brewed cup of coffee. Should I take the filter cone off?
Yeah, just set that to the side. It might drip, so you might want to set it over like a cup or something.
It's all right. Scott Studio. So I'm gonna pour a cup.
Yeah.
Here we go. Pour another cup for JC over there. Oh my God! Oh, that's hot! Woo! No pain, no gain. Anyways, yeah.
The color looks good.
The color looks great.
I'm happy with that color.
Let's take a whiff. Let's see what's on the bag. You have a bunch of notes. Do you remember what notes that you?
Are you asking me or are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Oh yes.
Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me yet. Don't tell me yet. JC, taste this. And I'm gonna because I've seen the bag. I just want to see what JC. This is JC, by the way. He's been helping.
What's up? How you doing, Joel?
Hey, B, what's up?
So he is. I'll take the sip with you.
Cheers.
Right. Cheers, my guy.
Cheers, my guy.
It's so hot. That's smoother than.
Delicious. Very smooth.
I'm kind of speechless a little bit because you know me, Joel. I like sweet things.
Yes.
And
you
I don't.
do like sweet things. Black coffee. When I met you, black coffee was not your thing.
Fun fact: me and Joel started a coffee company 3 years ago, but we don't talk about that. Yeah, it was a while ago. It was a while ago.
He was like 10 at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, but let's see if this commoner, JC, can
Normal man.
just a regular
Regular
man.
guy from Brooklyn.
Just a regular man. Let's see what he thinks. What do you pull out of there?
First of all, it's delicious, very smooth. It might be one of the best cups of black coffee I've ever had, to be honest. It tastes like fruit that has been grown deep in the woods.
Whoa.
And it's been kind of like hit with the moisture of morning dew. I'm serious, by the way. I'm serious.
Keep going, keep going.
That's what I got, though. That's what I got.
Man.
That's what I'm pulling from this.
I do taste a good kind of sour, like a lemony sour. I do get that. My palate isn't as good as yours, Joel, but I do appreciate this. Because of Joel Eastlick, I know what good coffee tastes like, and this is it.
Okay.
Yeah, can't wait to do this again. Wow, but hopefully next time I'll be a lot faster because that took like about 30 minutes to do. Anyways, I appreciate you, Joel. Love you, Joel. Support you. Eastlick Coffee Company, Yellow Rooster Importers. If you're a coffee shop looking for, this isn't sponsored, by the way. I'm not getting paid to do this.
Oh, man. Keep going. Music to my ears.
I know. Joel Eastlick is the man for the people. He is the guy to lead coffee into the fourth wave movement. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
And that is Garnish Studios episode 1. It's not much, but it's perfect. All right.
Nice.
You can get out of here.